Welcome back, students. So now we have been gathering a few inserts how to go about in the interview. There are many things which we have to understand, and especially as I've worked in the corporate and taken so many interviews, so we know what goes on the other side of table, right? So now what I'll be covering in this particular video is a very important aspect, that what all things the HR actually checks if you're to come in for the interview. Now, normally the real practice is that they'll be going for the GD. Now, GD, some of the companies are omitting it, but as per me, it is one of the most important aspect, because if you write in a CV that you're having leadership skills, you're having good communication, you're having good attitude, you're having good behavior, it's fine, everyone can write. But in the GD, you actually come to know. So in a separate, in fact, video, I'll be covering what all things are observed during a GD, right? Why you're very good HR, but right now in this particular interview, I'll be covering what all things HR actually sees, right? So now, number one, they are having the GD feedback, right? So now second, while your interview is going on, they really want to focus upon whether this particular person will be productive. Mind it, as I've covered in another video also, if you're not productive, who will be questioned? HR. So they want to very much clarify whether you will be productive or not. Next thing, are you serious for the job? And n number of questions will be asked. Just imagine if I recruit one casual person in my company, the whole team goes haywire, because you'll be spreading this casualness to my other employees. So I have to be very much careful that you are not casual, you're actually serious for the profile. And for this, n number of questions will be asked just for me to clarify and get ascertained that you are serious for the profile. कि आप serious हो इस profile के लिए. The next thing is whether you are focused in your career. The profile that I'm offering, does it fall in your career path? I'll be asking questions about it. जो मैं प्रोफाइल आपको ऑफर कर रहा हूं, वो आपके करियर में जो आपके गोल हैं उसमें वो कैसे फॉल इन करता है, right? You have to understand this very well, because then only the right answer will come out of you. Next, one of the most important aspect is the HR would definitely like to know, will you stay with my company? Now over here, students think they're very smart, right? Recruit me as soon as I get a next job, I'll quit your job and I'll move on for a few thousand rupees more. Now you have to understand this very well and very categorically, okay? This company, which is going to be your first company, is recruiting you without you having any job experience. That means what they'll be doing, they'll be giving you at least 1 year of training experience or on-the-job training experience. So they're also paying for a non-performance. You are learning at their expense. Like it is said for engineers, that after you complete 4 years, you're still 25% engineer. Balance 75% you become when you actually start learning on the job. And because it's a technical job, that is why it is said an engineer should go in for a technical job only. He should not go in for MBA straight away, because that is waste of his technical knowledge. Right, we'll be covering about the various other graduations right afterwards, but right now, yes, this is I'm talking about the engineers. Now, will you stay with my company? Now, what the HR is expecting? Will you stay with my company for at least 2 to 3 years? Because in the first year you were learning, you were not productive, and I was giving you salary, I was giving you incentives, maybe the bus service, the canteen service, and other perks and all. Now, in the second year, you will start earning for the company, but in the second year, I will recover the money I've invested on you in the first year and in the second year. It is the third year when you will actually be earning for the company. So any engineer or any particular person who is leaving the job before 3 years, it's a loss to the company. And for this reason, they want to be doubly sure whether this particular person will stick to my company. and it goes in your favor also, because in your CV it will reflect that you are stable, right? Now, your future plans, I'd like to know. Even if it is for higher education, I'll be covering in a separate video, in fact, on how to cover that. But yes, the next 3 years you'll be working for my company, and your career growth with the company, right? How you see, right? The profile that you're joining, and then again, the profile you want to go in, is it there in my company only, right? And for that, you also have to do the homework, but I'll be checking out. So all these things become extremely important, and it's for this reason, right, that the interview starts taking shape, right? It can go in your favor or it can go against you, right? So it's a very beautiful game which you have to meticulously play. ये बहुत ही प्यारा गेम है जो आपको प्ले करना है, right? But I want you to go out as a winner. Of course, you will keep on discussing it, keep getting connected, keep spreading this, in fact, to Maxim students, so that Maxim can benefit out of it. And yes, if you want us to do the workshop at your college, the contact numbers are already given. Invite us and please, right, get the maximum out of it. What we're doing is we're creating a WhatsApp group, and the WhatsApp group is active till every student gets the job. Wish you all the best and see you soon.